Hey everyone, and welcome back to CalmCanvas. It's wonderful to have you join us once again on this journey of introspection, self-discovery, and personal growth. We live in a world that sometimes seems to be in an unending rush, pursuit of perfection, and an incessant cycle of wanting to have everything under control. We often find ourselves caught in this whirlwind, believing that we must have it all figured out, that our life needs to be an exact replica of an immaculately planned blueprint. Perfection, it seems, has become the ultimate goal, the finish line we constantly strive toward. But take a moment, a brief pause, and think about it. Is perfection really what it's made out to be? According to most, perfection is an illusion, a mirage in the desert of life. It is an expectation, a standard that appears to be achievable, yet it is nothing but a figment of our imagination. It creates an unrealistic and heavy burden on us, causing us to buckle under pressure. This pursuit often results in feelings of being overwhelmed. It stirs up anxiety, confusion, and distress. It might make us question our worth, cause sleepless nights, and at its worst, it could even push us to the brink of depression. Life, my wonderful audience, is not about constantly chasing shadows. It is about embracing the mess, celebrating the chaos, and finding beauty in our personal, unique imperfections. Indeed, perfection is an illusion. It puts this unrealistic pressure on us that can lead to feeling overwhelmed, anxious, and sometimes even depressed. Today, I want to talk about embracing imperfection, the messy, the unplanned, the human, and how ditching perfectionism can actually be the key to a happier, less anxious life. A life where you're not constantly at war with yourself, where you're not constantly battling the insatiable need to be perfect. Perfectionism is not just about desiring things to be in order or neat. It's far more profound, layered, and deeply rooted. It's about setting up lofty, unattainable standards for ourselves and others. It's about being overly critical, focusing solely on the imperfections and disregarding any and all successes, no matter how small or insignificant they may seem. It's about the relentless, nagging voice inside your head, the one that incessantly whispers, "You're not good enough," forcing you to question every decision you make. It's about the paralysis, the overwhelming fear of making a mistake that leads to avoidance and procrastination. You're terrified of not doing it perfectly. So today we're going to explore how to push back against these tendencies and embrace the beauty of imperfection. Perfectionism isn't just about wanting things to be tidy. It's deeper than that. It's setting impossible standards for ourselves and others, focusing only on the flaws, never what went right. That voice inside your head that says, "You're not good enough," and procrastinating because you're terrified of not doing it perfectly. We all get anxious sometimes, and it's absolutely okay to have days when we're feeling low. Life, after all, isn't all sunshine and rainbows. This is a common part of the human experience, one that everyone can relate to. However, when perfectionism becomes the driver of our actions, it can lead to an increase in anxiety and depression. This triggers a spiral of negative emotions that can be truly debilitating. This toxic perfectionism often makes us second-guess everything we do, making us our own worst critics. We fall into a vicious cycle of self-doubt and self-criticism, constantly dissecting every action, every word, every decision. This, in turn, us to avoid certain situations because we fear failure. We dread the thought of not being perfect, and this fear stops us from experiencing and enjoying life to the fullest. Our self-esteem starts to crumble under crushing weight of this pressure to be perfect. This constant struggle with perfectionism, anxiety, and depression eats away at our happiness, turning even the simplest pleasures in life into burdens. Gradually, we find ourselves unable to joy from things that used to fill us with happiness and contentment. It's a painful situation, one that robs us of our ability to appreciate the beauty of life. But perfectionism takes over. Anxiety and depression can really take hold. We get stuck in a cycle of negative self-talk. We avoid situations because of the fear of failure, and it chips away at our self-esteem, making it hard to enjoy things that used to bring us joy. This isn't about surrendering or refraining from putting in your utmost effort. This discourse aims to shift our perspectives on failure and the errors we commit. It's a beckoning to reevaluate and question those pessimistic thoughts that often cloud our judgment. Focus on the journey, not the destination. We must learn to appreciate the little achievements, the small milestones that mark our path to growth. Concentrate on evolution, not just the end goal, and don't forget to show yourself some compassion. Embrace the blemishes, the inconsistencies, for they are what makes everything, including ourselves, unique. Our adversities, The unexpected routes we often find ourselves on, the trials, tribulations we face, they all contribute to sculpting our personal narrative. They compose our song of life, adding depth and complexity to our tale. Our story cannot be complete without them. They are integral to our journey. And in the grand scheme of things, that's the beautiful reality of being human. Letting go of perfectionism won't happen overnight, and that's okay. This is a process, one that requires time, acceptance, and understanding. It's important to remember that perfectionism isn't simply a switch you can flick off. It's deeply ingrained within our thoughts, actions, and self-perception. It's about slowly, steadily changing the way you see and interact with the world around you. Be patient with yourself. Understand that you're human, conditioned by society's stringent standards and measures. Realize that your worth is not defined by your achievements or perceived perfection. This journey is about making small changes, taking baby steps towards a healthier mindset. Start by acknowledging your accomplishments, no matter how small. Celebrate the little victories. Every step forward is progress. Praise yourself, not just for the results, but also for the effort you've in. Gradually, you'll find yourself reducing anxiety along the way. You're not rushing to reach a destination, but walking steadily towards a better mental state. There will be times you may slip back into old habits, and that's perfectly normal. This doesn't mean failure, it's simply part of the process. Failure is stepping stone to success. Remember, you're growing, learning, and improving with each passing day. Remember that it's okay to stumble, to fumble, to fall. It's okay to not be perfect, just pick yourself back up and keep trying. Remember, you are more than enough exactly as you are. I am truly grateful to be sharing this incredible journey with you. Your support and feedback are invaluable to me and, in fact, a large part of what motivates me to keep pushing forward with my work. I hope that this video has provided you with not just insight, but also very practical, actionable steps that you can integrate into your daily life. If you found this content beneficial, I would appreciate it if you could share your thoughts and suggestions in the comments section. Your engagement truly does matter, and it helps me curate content more tailored to your needs and interests. Additionally, if you could take just a moment to hit that like button below, would mean a lot to me. Subscribing to this channel ensures you never miss an update from me. So, if you haven't already, do consider becoming part of our growing community. Until next time, keep creating your own calm canvas, imperfections and all.